I guess first of all, just big picture, the chance to play back in Indiana in front of the IU fans, the experience overall, your thoughts?
Yeah, that was awesome. It was really cool just to put on, the colors again, even though it wasn't exactly for, the Hoosiers, but it was still representing the brand and the school and university and the program. It was really cool, and I'm very grateful I was able to do it, and I'm hoping to be able to do it next year as well.
You don't, if they did it again, you'd be back?
Yeah.
If it worked out?
If I wasn't on an NBA contract, yeah.
Speaking of that, just kind of like do you know what's next, or kind of what next steps are for you after playing an NBA summer league?
I have no clue. No, right now it's just trying to play as much basketball as I can, because it's the best way I think to improve is to keep playing. So for me, it's staying in great shape, continuing to improve, and just see what happens. A lot's up in the air right now, but I feel good with where I'm at, and I'm excited to see what happens in the future.
Last one for me, just your thoughts on IU fans. They showed up like all 3 games, several thousand. Just your thoughts on their support.
I always have nothing but love for IU fans, and they've always showed me support, and over the since day one, and it's only grown, hopefully mutually, because I know every time I'm able to represent the university, whether it's for a different team professionally or something like this, it's an amazing opportunity, and I wear that badge with honor, knowing that I'm representing Indiana, and the fans I think appreciate that, and I'm super grateful to be a part of the family.
You went through a lot of hoops and hurdles just to get here on Sunday. Just talk about that journey, and was it worth it, even though it kind of got cut short here?
Yeah, definitely worth it, 100% worth it. I got to give a big shout out to my older brother. It was like 3 a.m. in Vegas, and I called him, and somehow he answered, and woke up at like 5 a.m., 4 a.m. his time, and drove 3.5 hours to Chicago to pick me up and drive me 3.5 hours back to Indianapolis. So shout out to him and my mom for getting some good flights and figuring it out. But man, it was crazy. But like I said, this is my job, is to be able to play and perform, hopefully at a high level, no matter the circumstances. And so for me, it's about just doing something I love. I don't see it as work. I don't see it as anything but something I love to do. And so I'm willing and able and always looking to compete and play at the highest level I can.
Did you get a chance to go back down to Bloomington the last couple of days, or were you up here?
Yeah. We had shoot around, so I drove to shoot around both days in practice, and I'll definitely be back there as well for practices as they finish up their summer session and stuff. So I'll be here.
Did you get a lot of support from the program down there?
Oh man, it's more than I could ever imagine. The support from the staff, the current staff, and the players and the managers, and Woody and everybody involved. It's awesome. I came up here a month before summer league, and knowing that this would be the best place for me to train and improve. And I called Woody up and asked him if I could come up and work out, and he told me, he was like, of course, like duh, get your butt up here. So it's a blessing, and I'm really grateful for the staff and Woody and everybody involved. So yeah, it's been amazing.
You were one of the young IU guys on the team, obviously having just left last year. What was it like just kind of connecting with some of those guys that came before you and getting to know them?
It was cool. I mean, I think the best way to grow a bond with somebody and get closer to somebody is competing with them and playing with them. So it was cool just to compete with the older guys and guys that were before me, and I'd done some really cool things, and to be a part of it, to compete together was really cool, and I'm very appreciative for it.
What do you feel like is the importance of like bridging those gaps, and you just having a big alum base that all kind of knows each other and has a connection?
Well, I think we're stronger as a university, as an alumni group, together and connected. And when that's all connected, you see it with some other other blue bloods and stuff. They have that, and we do as well. And it's just about continuing to build that tying in generations and teams and eras, and knowing that it's just going to make us stronger and the program better for years to come.
I guess Miller, with the Elam ending, I guess first, did you like playing with that kind of new wrinkle? And I guess second, does that sort of change some strategic aspects of the game towards the end?
I think it's just, it creates such a sense of urgency. I loved it. I thought it was really cool. And you come out of that like timeout or, media break, and you realize like there's no clock. There's just a shot clock, and you have to just get a stop. And every bucket, it's like the end of, pickup. And you don't want your, the other team score. It's like you're playing 21 with some friends. You don't want your guy to score, and it's like you don't want to be that guy. Just to get scored on and stuff, and so it's just super competitive, and it made everything a lot more intense in the moment, and everybody was, the focus was heightened, I feel like.
What were sort of some of those conversations like down the stretch, like in the huddle, as you guys were making that comeback? How do you feel like that was sort of ignited?
Well, it was understanding how many fouls we had to give, before they were shooting free throws. It was a one possession game, so it's not like you could, we were up 3, give up a 2. So a bucket lost it, but the conversation was just compete, talk, help each other out, and just try to find a way to win, really.
How closely have you followed the roster that Woody's put together this offseason, and what are your thoughts on next year for them?
I'm super excited. I don't follow like the recruiting and stuff in the off season, but I was on campus, before my summer league stint, and so with the guys, I played here and there with the guys, and was able to check them out and see how they operate, and get to talk to a bunch of them and connect with some of them. So it was cool. They're a really good group of guys, high character guys, which I think is the biggest thing, especially when it comes to such a new team. Talent is one thing, but I think they're doing a good job of focusing on connectivity and cohesiveness as a group off the court, which I think will translate to on the court. So it'll be a really exciting group if they can put it together, which I think they will.
Did anybody specifically stand out to you when you play with them?
No, they have a lot of energy. They have a lot of energy, and it's I think it's carried throughout the summer. Yeah.
One more on that front. Just some NBA scouts told me Miles Rice's speed with the ball stands out. You're a player. I'm just curious.
He's pretty quick.
Yeah.
He's pretty quick. Yeah. I like it.
Thanks.